Think you've had a bad day? Wait till you hear what people in the past had to endure just to survive or die trying. These are the top 10 most painful punishments humanity's ever dreamed up, starting with something light and moving toward the stuff that'll haunt your nightmares. Subscribe before we dive in, if you dare. Starting soft, but don't get comfortable. This one's all about messing with your head. Imagine being tied down while water drips on your forehead. At first, no big deal, just a drop. But give it an hour, a day, or a week. The slow rhythm drives you insane, and there's no escape. Or try waterboarding, constant drowning, only to get pulled back to breathe again. This was psychological torture at its finest, pushing people to madness. Next up, the rack. This medieval device made sure you'd feel every inch of your body betray you. Stretched until your joints popped out, this wasn't a quick process. Every turn of the wheel was another scream. They kept you alive long enough to experience just how flexible you weren't. Anyone for yoga? No? Thought so. Now things get messy. Picture this. You're upside down, and two guys start sawing you in half. The blood rushes to your head, which, lucky for them, keeps you alive just long enough to feel every inch of that blade. From groin to skull, you're sliced in two. Fun times, right? Not exactly a clean cut. Feeling fragile yet? Imagine every bone in your body being shattered one by one. They'd tie you to a wheel, then smash your limbs with a giant hammer. No quick death here, just the slow grind of bone against wood. You'd sit there, broken, for days. Welcome to the Middle Ages, where your bones were the main event. Anyone got an aspirin? You know this one. Infamous, brutal, and slow. But here's the thing. The nails weren't the worst part. Crucifixion was all about the slow suffocation. You'd push up on those nails just to catch a breath, and eventually, you wouldn't have the strength. The pain wasn't just physical, it was the mental exhaustion of knowing death was creeping in, breath by breath. Not exactly the quick exit you'd hope for. We're only halfway through, and the worst is yet to come. You think you've seen the worst? You have no idea. But first, a reminder: hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more insane history like this. Now let's get back to it, if you can handle it. Picture this. You're locked inside a giant metal bull, and then they light a fire underneath. Slowly, you're cooked alive, while the bull's acoustics turn your screams into a bull's roar. It's like being trapped in a barbecue, except you're the one getting grilled. Ancient Greece really went all out with this one. Vlad the Impaler, real subtle guy. His favorite party trick? Impalement. They'd shove a stake up through your body, slowly. The trick was to miss the vital organs so you'd stay alive for hours, sometimes days. You'd be there writhing in agony on display for everyone to see. Talk about sharp execution skills. If you ever thought paper cuts were bad, wait till you hear about this. Lingchi, or death by 1,000 cuts, was the art of slicing your body into pieces, slowly. They'd take their time, cutting away bit by bit, making sure you stayed alive to feel each one. Each slice was small, but the pain? Absolutely unbearable. A real slow burn, if you will. Cut from a different cloth, for sure. Now we're getting real nasty. Flaying, also known as skinning alive. The executioner would carefully peel away your skin, starting from the face or hands. And no, they weren't in a hurry. This wasn't just about death. It was about making sure you felt every excruciating second. Your skin is your biggest organ, and with flaying, you'd feel every single nerve screaming in agony. Definitely not a spa day. And here it is, the granddaddy of all tortures, scaphism. They'd trap you between two logs, smear you with honey, and leave you in the sun. But it wasn't dehydration or starvation that'd get you. It was the insects, thousands of them. They'd eat you alive, burrowing into your flesh, laying eggs, devouring you from the inside out. You'd last for days, sometimes even a week, in constant agony. There's no toppling this one, folks. It's the undisputed king of pain. Honey was definitely not the sweet part of this. If you made it through all of that, congrats. You've officially survived the world's worst punishments. But don't think the horrors stop here. We've got more spine-chilling content coming your way. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Stay curious, stay brave, and we'll see you in the next one.